Right guys, welcome to the 11th episode of Hooks on Carp. Today I'm back down on my syndicate in Yateley. We're fishing the Donut Lake again. We've got here quite late today, around 10ish. Got my rods up straight away after having a little lead about. I've never actually fished this swim before, so I was just sort of a bit worried about it really, because on this lake some swims fish amazing and then the others fish completely rubbish. So we'll just see which one this is today really. My first rod's on the lilies over there and the other one's on the island. I'll show you a bit later more detail into the rigs and everything. Right, yeah, so cheers guys, let's catch some fish. Right guys, well, we didn't think we were going to have anything. It's about 2 o'clock now, probably something like that, but my rod literally ripped off. It was the lily rod down towards the left of the swim. I'm absolutely ecstatic with this fish. Biggest from the lake I've had so far. These tents are slide out of the way. Right, take a look. Take a look at this fish. Right. Take a look at that beauty. 17.3. Biggest fish I've had out the lake so far. Massive across the back, huge mouth.
It's got its dorsal up.
He's even sticking his dorsal up for us.
Yeah.
Absolutely mental fight. Never had anything like it before in my life. Yeah, look at the tail on it. Every ray is unbroken. Look, perfect dorsal. What a mint fish. Right, I'll be happy if I don't catch anything else for the whole day. I'll be happy if I don't catch anything else in the month after I've had this one, to be honest with you. Right, cheers guys. Right guys, so after I've had that fish, I just thought I would talk to you about some of the bits of tackle and well, gear I've acquired over the past couple of years I've been fishing really. Firstly, I'm just going to talk about my rod, right? So this is a Daiwa Mission X. It was about £75. It's an absolutely brilliant rod. 3-pound test curve, 12 foot. It looks brilliant. You've got sort of like a carbon pattern through the middle of it, which I really like. It's got a great blank, bends right nice down to here. Great playing action, it feels beautiful when you're playing the fish. It's also got a nice bit of weight behind it, which I like. Right, so yeah, that's my rod. Right, now, so my reel. I wanted to get something that sort of like compared nicely together. I wanted something that would go nicely together, the gear ratio, the reel and everything. So basically, I've just got a Daiwa Windcast X. I got like hinted on these by one of my mates actually that has them, and he said they're brilliant. But he actually had the crosscast, and I've always been a fan of Daiwa reels. I've always really liked them. I've always liked the look of them, and I always wanted to own a pair. Right, so basically, this is the Daiwa Windcast X. Great reel. I've got it in the biggest version, which is the 5500. Yeah, it's smooth as you like. It's absolutely brilliant. It's got quick drag, which means that you can sort of like within a quarter of a turn, you can go from completely locked up to free spool. Which this is great when you're sort of like going to a rig or something, when you sort of like want to be tight when you're playing the fish, and you want to be nice and sort of like when you want to be nice and hard on the fish when you're playing it really. But if you're trying to get them away from the reed, you can just twist it a tiny bit and then it will lock up. Right, yeah, basically, so that's my setup that I'm using at the moment. Yeah, so cheers guys. Right guys, so as you've just seen in the previous section, I was talking about my setup, my rods and my reels, but I also thought it would be important to talk about the safety equipment that I've got for the fish. Right, so the main thing, well, to obviously land the fish, you've got a net, right? So because I'm fishing quite a big lake, I definitely use a 42-inch net. This is a Corum one, really nice soft mesh, so you don't cause any damage to the fish. It's quite tight mesh as well, just so you don't cause any damage to the fish's scales and sort of like don't get the little rays on the scales like attached to the net. Right, so that's that. Then I've just bought, literally, I got it yesterday, a Chubb Easy Flow sling. It's absolutely brilliant for weighing fishing because it empties out the water so quickly out of these drainage holes at the bottom. It's great, and you've got a nice flow of water going through here if you want to hold a fish in there for a small amount of time while you're sorting out your scales and everything like that. Right, so here's my unhooking mat. On this water you do have to have a padded unhooking mat, which I think is absolutely, well, a great rule really, just for fish's safety. I've got a really nice thick polyball mat from Daiwa. It's the Infinity version. It did cost me quite a bit, but I think it's absolutely worth it with these sort of like, if you're catching decent sized fish, sort of like upper doubles to 20s, I definitely think it's very worth it, sort of having a nice thick mat. It also comes with a little knee pad that you can kneel on when you're holding fish, just to save your knees from getting wet. Also, another really important thing is a bucket, and in this bucket you should have lake water, just to pour over the fish once you've got it on the mat, just to keep it sort of moist, especially in the summer months, because if the water dries up so quickly, and once they lose their sort of like their sort of cover over their skin, it can damage them quite a lot. So that's definitely a really important bit of kit to have. Right guys, so that's all the safety equipment that I've got. Cheers guys. Right guys, so thanks for watching the 11th episode of Hooked on Carp. Today was a decent day actually. I'm happy with that upper double that I had, 17.5. Really nice fish actually. It's fought so hard, but I didn't have anything else after that. I don't mind. I'm really happy with that really. It was on one of those new combi rigs that I showed you in the last episode, how to tie that and everything, and they're brilliant. The fluorocarbon makes it kick out completely, and it's such a quick reaction. Right, so I think in the next up and coming videos I'm probably going to try and go on some of the harder lakes, such as the middle lake and the back lake, just to try and see if we can get some decent sized fish out for you guys. That should be a bit more sort of interesting to watch. So I hope you liked the video. If you like the channel, then please subscribe. Cheers guys, tight lines.